Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 10 of this Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 for your freedom and ours, or the other way around. In the previous episode, we lost Warsaw again despite our best efforts, and I basically determined that going back to that save was not viable. It just wasn't doing enough for us, so I have a few different plans for this time. Primarily, it will centre around holding the cities, so Danzig, Lodz, Warsaw, and Krakow. And we're not going to be trying to build that long line of defences as we had before. We're basically just going to be defending the hot points and seeing what we can do. We're still going to try and pump out tanks. We're still going to try and take over Prussia because we don't want them hitting us from behind, if at all possible. And hopefully the Soviets remain quiet as well into this one. Now, before I forget, and this is something I had meant to do in the last episode, but I totally forgot, a friend of mine at Vlog Friends wanted to say hello, so I'm saying hello. So there you go. I've said hello. Right, let's get started. First thing is first. We're going to strengthen the Polish state. We're going to get defensive focus so that we can build up the forts more quickly. And then we're going to switch to building up all the factories. We are also not going to build these. I don't think I'm going to bother with the field hospitals because I don't want to spend time building up motorized. It's just too expensive. Infantry equipment we're going to continue with. We could switch to anti-tank guns rather than anti-air. The Royal Air Force obviously does actually try and defend us, so I don't think we need it. It will mean that we need to research it though. Which, yeah, fine, whatever. More construction speed, basic machine tools, and research speed. Civilian factories. Do we want to start building our forts immediately, or do we actually want to try and get some factories up and running? And in fact, do we want to try and get some civilian factories? No, they're too expensive. We're just going to go with these. And I'm going to stick them in... Damn it, Warsaw's already full. Danzig area. 2 military factories there. We're going to build some convoys. And we're just going to churn out infantry equipment as much as we can. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. Right, we do need to trade for some materials. How do you trade again? Oh, here, France, you. How many do we need? We need 9. No, we're just going to trade for 1 for the time being. We'll be short 1, that's fine. Production efficiency 29. No, it's not efficiency, it's resource, malice. Minus 45 in the supply goods, but so it goes. Alright, the next step is to change up our cavalry units, which I think actually did work very well. So we are going to do that in here. We're going to sort by type. And we're going to make all of the cavalry units into just regular infantry. Whoops. Infantry. In fact, let's just make this easier and put you all into one group, which will be the Prussian group. Infantry. 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 We're going to keep troops on the Soviet border because if we take too many away, I think that kind of provokes the Soviets into going after us, which I would rather not do. We can't deal with the Soviets and the Germans. I mean, we can barely deal with the Germans as it is. So going after both would be kind of stupid. So we're not going to. Right, you lot are all assigned to there. Congratulations. Off you go. Soviet border is you guys, and you guys. New. Front line. All assigned to it. All of our Alpine troops, in fact, all of you are going to be on the southern line, but your job is primarily to slow the enemy down. You 3, in fact, no, just all of you are going to be on the German front, so you guys are the Germans. Well, you are not literally the Germans, you're the German front. In fact, time can just pass while we're doing this, and we want our defensive guy there. You guys are the southern front. And you can be combat width or the level 4. You can be the level 4 because hopefully he can make you just hold for longer. You are the Soviet front. You can have the max width. Soviet. And then that leaves you guys as the Prussian front with the max planning. Which is you. Alright, so everyone's moved to their fronts. Good. Right. We need a bunch more infantry equipment. And I think we are just going to pump out infantry divisions, but we're going to try and make them as strong as possible. And a couple of tank divisions as well. Although we are going to be building... Alright, I'm going to build some more in Plock. Because I'm just not confident about holding anything else. So we're going to stick all of our factories in this area. Maybe Krakow too. Alright, so we've strengthened the Polish state. We're going to grab defensive focus. And we are also going to grab probably free trade. It's the 5% extra trade speed and we can't get any of these anyway. So yeah, I think that's the one that we're after, unless we want the doctrine research guy, but we don't really need him, so no. We are going, whoops, free trade, go. And really, it does not cost us very much. Okay, we do need one more steel. Okay. And we'll set up the plans and stuff later. We can, however, have you guys training. In fact, let's make this a little cheaper. We'll just have a training group, which I'm going to stick all of the newbies in, so we're not wasting all the resources on people that are already trained. Except for you, because your entire group is training. Why are you not joining? You and you. Oh, I added you to the wrong group. That would be why. Okay, so the entire Prussia front and the entire training front are training. Cool. I'm not moving them anywhere, so we can easily just reassign them to the location that they're meant to be in. Let's make you a different color so you stand out a bit more. Let's make you dark blue. Spanish Civil War. Okay. So, yes, we are going to research tanks at some point, and yes, we are going to research AT. Rather than AA. More research time, this is still 36. Do it. Just short aluminium, but we're only short 2, so it's not really worth going after. Alright, everyone's getting their training, this is good. Might as well get rid of you. Ethiopia lost to Italy, May 36, that's fairly quick. My money's on the nationalists again, because the Republicans don't tend to get much support. I don't think it can get support from us. Defensive focus, there we go, so we now build forts. Oh, we build military factories faster, I had not realized that. Okay, interesting. I think that's everything I need from this line right now. Trade deal opinion. Although liberalism wouldn't be too bad because it increases our democracy support, but we don't really need it. So let's start on military factory, civilian factory, military, and civilian. So this one's actually a bit quicker. We'll start on that. We'll turn off day-night because that's just annoying. We're just trying to blitz through as much time here as possible, honestly, just to get this setup done. And come 37, I guess, we'll start building. No, once we've got the military factories that we're building right now, that's when we'll start working on the other stuff. Do dispersed industry. Oh, we've already almost done the Danzig one, which is nice. We are going to be short on manpower. Although, which one is it? Polish militarism does give us more, so we could switch to that if we need the manpower. We may well do, particularly when we start training new divisions. And speaking of divisions, when do we get the tanks? We could already be working on them. Oh, we never did deploy that 4th tank division, did we? Mistake. Should have automatically had them deploy. Oh no, wouldn't have finished training. I wish there was a way of saying automatically deploy when they've reached X. Alright, that's construction speed done. That is not until 37. Likewise, we could start on this, but I don't think it's really worthwhile. We could start work on the anti-tanks. We can start producing it. Or the tanks. We need to go through 2 different tank models. Let's start on the tanks. How's the training? They're all trained, and so are they. Alright, Central Region strategy. Let's start on the expansion of the new towns. There's still only 1% world tension. Japan and China haven't kicked off yet. Let's see how this plan works. It's too bad that we can't defend the southern front, because it's like all mountains. It should be really dead easy to hold. And yet, I really hope the Soviets don't come after us, because that would just ruin all the plans. That's 1 victory point, that's 5, so Lvov is a bad one to lose. So is Krakow. I mean, if we can hold those 4 cities, I reckon that'll be enough. Poznan's kind of inevitable, that's going to fall. It's just too close to the German line. Yeah, holding Danzig and Warsaw is the way to do it. Alright, you're done. Where are you? You're in the Soviet line. Where are you? You're also in the Soviet line. And yes, I will need to reassign them to their front. Which is done. Where are you? You're there. And you are there. Much better and much cheaper way of doing it. Expansion of new towns. Excellent. That's another civilian factory. Start the industrial region. Go. Oh, right. Yes, that was the national focus. Right. We didn't just have it wasting as we've done in the past. Who are you? You are that line. Oops. 2 to go. This will give us less army experience, admittedly, but we shouldn't need as much. I mean, we had quite a lot last time. Alright, we are working on that last one in Plock. We can't build any more here, can we? Nope. Alright, in that case, it will be time to start working on this. So Danzig does get free ones. So I think we're going to go up to level 5 with Danzig. And let's go to level 5 with all of them. And then Krakow is one of those. It's that one. Okay. And we have hit the 5, which I think is enough to modify the divisions by giving them engineers. Nope, that requires a 10. We definitely want them to have engineers so they get the fortification bonus. That's the central area done, and mechanical computing and dispersed industry. We are not going to join the Anti-Comintern Pact because we don't want to piss off the Soviets. How are we doing manpower? We're actually gaining manpower right now. We could potentially do with getting another steel factory. We researched this yet? 45 days. We want to wait a couple of days because you do save up the research, so it's not lost, and it's like right at the end of December, so you may as well. This is, however, being wasted, so I think I'm going to add another one to this. And we could really do with more steel. Buy some more steel then. Make sure that production remains more or less efficient. Can we get up to 5? Yeah, we can. Alright, good. Still short on the aluminium. That's fine. Right, you're gonna... No, you're not. You're gonna check these. You're gonna work on that because it is now 37, and you are gonna work on that. And we can afford a government modification. We could go up to limited conscription to make sure that we have enough manpower, though we can also get that other national focus, so we may not need it. We could get the war industrialist, although we're not going to be building military factories for much longer, so probably not worthwhile. We could also get the army expert guy, this one for the land doctrine. Yes, we'll do that. More land doctrines are basically always a good thing. Oh, we have another factory. Let's add you to there. Is that all of the construction done then? No, we've actually started on the fortifications. Good. So hopefully we'll have a good number of them up and running when it's wartime. Alright, we've got the TKS tank. Let's get the 7TP and then we can start actually building them. I mean, we could still go AA for the anti-tank ability, but the Germans just have so many tanks, it's kind of worthwhile getting the better ones. So Spanish Civil War's over, the Nationalists won, surprise, surprise. Still training, okay. We are actually gaining manpower throughout all of this. Like, once we've reached the need here, we want to keep on churning this stuff out and then we can start actually building some new divisions too. Which will be really nice. We're not having to spread our industry quite so thinly. Although actually once we start getting the tanks we will need to again. But I think the tanks with cavalry worked. Oddly enough. So I wonder if cavalry count as leg infantry. I mean, horses do have legs. Alright, so what's next? 4-year plan. Or should we start on the defense of Poland stuff so we get the faster land doctrines? You know what, that's probably a... no, I want the industry as well. We'll do the industry. Still 37, we have 2 years. We know that we can achieve a lot in 2 years. Edit you, add you, engineering, save. Plus we have the guy that gives extra now, so that's good. We have another military factory, 4-year plan, go. Another military factory, let's put you on here. How much are we short? 5 aluminium. Is it time to get aluminium yet? I mean, leave us with only 5 civilian factories. I think we kind of need it though. I mean, we can always reduce the aluminium cost, imports. Right, start doing one. This should really ramp up their production. Yeah, 2.5 a day as opposed to 5 a week. It's like doubled it. Still short on steel, but that's fine. And we are going to get some more civilian factories once this is completed, and also when war tension has increased. So we could probably go to the next industrial level. We may well need to do that. We are now losing manpower. Still not negative, but it's going down. Are you trained? Almost. Are you trained? You are. Join that. And join that. Alright, excellent. You know what? Prussia line. I think your front line's actually a bit too long. We don't need to hold all of this. It's being held by that group. And then we probably don't need this many troops there. Okay, more construction speed. That is fantastic. Do we want to start on that or do we want to start on this? I think we want to start on the anti-tank so we can actually build them. And you guys are trained. Alright, everyone's trained. That means we no longer have the drain and equipment. Amelia Earhart disappears. Fine. Alright, you three I'm actually going to add to the southern group. See if we can hold on to that area a bit better. And you five are the Prussia assault group. Let's start making some plans. That's your plan. 4-year plan. Soviets are doing the purges. 37. That's fairly early, I think. We'll build National Defense Fund for another civilian factory. And then the German group, Marco Polo Bridge. Your job is going to be that. Southern. Your job is going to be that. Okay. You. No, you weren't assigned to anyone. Should have been. Now you are. Okay. 10 days until tank production can begin. Okay, cool. Let's begin to support weapons and things. Still 37, so there won't be more industrial stuff. And yes, we can begin working on the tanks, which I think we need to. 1 light tank. We'll start with 3, we'll reduce you by 1, you by 2. 6 steel and 1 oil. That is a lot of stuff that we need. We're up to 5, but we are about to get another one, I think. Alright, 1 more trade. Steel. Do it. Minus 30 from lack of resources. Minus 45 from lack of resources, but convoys isn't like the end of the world. Dispersed industry 2. Don't care about factory repair speed. I think it's time to work on the doctrines. Maybe not quite yet. 38 we'll start working on the doctrines. Let's start getting the improved. Oh no, that's a 38, never mind. That's a 39, we've already got that. Working on that. Maybe it is doctrine time. 38, that's that. Yeah, okay, doctrine it is. Work on you, go. And do we have 80 yet? No, we don't. 58 days. Okay, Japan and China are at war. We have the National Defense Fund, which is another civilian factory. Let's grab you. And honestly, let's have you guys spread out a bit more. So we're going to have the tanks up here. You're just going to move back. Nope. You're happy with that positioning. Let's have you three up here. And Poznan could probably do us some more. Just so they don't get cut off. Alright, modified government. We're going to go up in production. To partial? Yeah, yes. Go. And that should give us some more factories. Yeah, we're up to 8. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It's just a shame that we need to spend so much time building up bloody fortifications rather than factories. I'd much rather be building factories. Long term, that's what would win us the war, but we can't really think long term. Alright, Toad anti-tank, you are done. You're 39 tech, so that's too early. It is November. 39, no. Already doing doctrine. Let's do radio. Reinforce rate's usually a pretty good one to have. How are we doing tanks? 28. 3 a week, though we are still ramping up our production, so fine. Italy announces claims on Yugoslavian territory. We've got the Warsaw thingy-majiggy. Let's get another factory. And then I do need to switch production to anti-tank, but actually what I can do is wait until we have the anti-tank. Oh man, it takes chromium. No, tungsten. AA didn't take tungsten, did it? Ah, so much cheaper. Maybe I should have just gone with that. Artillery gives you a lot of defense. Soft attack 30, hard attack 2, piercing 5. Soft attack 4, hard attack 15, piercing 75. I really don't want to import tungsten. But I guess if we have 4 factories working on it, it's worth spending 1 civilian factory to import it, just to make sure the production's up. Though we will also need to spend 1 on steel. Now the reason I'm not just switching is because it takes a while for these to get up their efficiency. So I'd rather wait for this military factory I'll be gaining, and then I'll assign that. And then probably, oh, that's a civilian factory. Well, maybe I should reassign 1 or 2. Yeah, I should probably. We'll assign 1 more of you to anti-tank. And 1 more support weapons. 1 is done. Let's get support 2. It is 38. Just, actually. Can't get those. 38 we can, however, get more research time. Let's do that. Alright. There we are, making a big surplus of guns. So, let's reduce you, let's increase you, let's increase you. And then, hold on. Let's start importing a tungsten. The UK, okay, that'll increase the production of those. And then let's start building some of these. So we will need to add AT to it. Maybe not yet. We'll just start building the divisions and can add them later. Alright. Let's start on a armoured division as well. Just so that development can begin. Alright, good. That's that. And with that, we will have to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, please do consider subscribing as well. It really does tremendously help out. If you have any tips or advice for me, please do let me know in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.